Right, so when we look at 19.1, we're going to kind of jump this presentation right into the initial molecules that we believe began life on our planet. And so when we talk about things like polymers, these are peptides, again, proteins that when exposed to dry heat have been shown to polymerize. So this forms polypeptides. So we end up getting those peptide bonds. Under the right conditions, these polypeptides obtain the ability to catalyze chemical reactions. And of course, we know that polypeptides is just another name for proteins. So we know that they do have some proteins have an enzymatic ability. When they return to water, these polypeptides actually form these spheres. So in these pictures, we can see these microspheres. Again, this is these spheres here are what we think could have possibly been the protocell, the first cell that evolved. So again, the problem we have here is we have enzymes that are required for DNA replication, but of course, if we're made up of proteins, we know proteins have that capability to become enzymatic. We have a lot of documentation and experimentation showing that RNA did come first. I say that heavy-hearted, seeing as my personal favorite molecule is DNA, but we think that RNA did come first. Again, it has two main properties that we need for life, and one is that hereditary. It is able to pass on instructions, and the second would be it's able to act as an enzyme to facilitate chemical reactions. So the first true cell came from a protocell, or the protobiont, and we know that the cell membrane consists of lipids. It's been shown that if the lipids are introduced to microspheres, that they will get integrated into the lipid protein cell membrane, which is very similar to bacteria. So membrane first, it's been shown that lipids will form a sphere in an aqueous environment. Remember, aqueous means water. Membranes could have taken an RNA, which protected the RNA and provided a contained space for those chemical reactions to occur. So when we talk about those coacervates, they're a mixture of macromolecules. So they have also been shown that they are capable of taking an RNA. So there are many possible hypotheses for the first cell. At this time, there's no agreement on which one is correct. So when we look at replication, since enzymes are required for DNA replication, it supports the hypothesis that RNA came first. RNA is also found as a viral genome with the ability to reverse transcribe a DNA molecule. What that means is it's able to take RNA and then to go back to DNA to synthesize the DNA from the RNA. This ability would have been favorable since we know that the DNA molecule is much more stable than the RNA molecule. Energy. So since ATP can be made on its own, it would be available for these protocells. The ability to make ATP would also increase success. Since remember, we don't have oxygen, it's not available, the first metabolic process would have been anaerobic fermentation.